And action.
Hey,
Hey,
welcome to
welcome
another
to another
episode of Women's
episode of
Talk
Women's
Live.
Talk
I'm your
Live.
girl,
I'm your girl,
April
April
J.
J.
And I'm Sassy Scribe, everybody.
And
And
I know we
I know
short
we short
one,
one,
but
but
Miss
Miss
Pretty, we
Pretty, we
miss
miss
you.
you.
And I
And
know
I know
she had
she
to
had
get
to get some
some
stuff
stuff
together
together
because
because
Miss
This is
Pretty,
for her.
yeah,
yeah,
she's a
she's a
business
business
owner.
owner.
So
So
but
but
we
we
miss
we
you
miss you
tonight. But
tonight. But
handle your
handle your
business,
business,
lady.
lady.
So
So
Mm.
today's
today's
show,
show,
we
we
really
really
been
been
really
really
just
just
kind
kind
of
of
picking
picking
things
things
that
that
on
on
social
social
media,
media,
like
like
like on our
like on the
Facebook
Facebook
page
page
or
or the
Instagram.
Instagram.
So
So
Mhm.
yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot of
it's a
stuff
lot of
out there.
stuff out
A
there.
lot of
A lot
stuff
of
out
stuff out
there.
there.
So
So
I
I think I
posted something
posted something
yesterday
yesterday
that
that
I think I
I
read
think
it
I
from
read
one
it
of the
from one of the
groups
groups
where they
where
were
they were
saying,
saying,
do
do
twins
twins
have the
have the
same
same
penis
penis
size?
size?
And
And
somebody
somebody
Wait,
came up and
wait,
made a
made a
wait,
comment.
comment.
wait, wait,
Have you
wait,
seen
Seen
it?
it?
wait, wait. Because I heard penis, so I need to
I
You
know
had
you
to
revisit.
had to
perk
perk
up.
up.
I get it. I get it.
So
But
they said twins have the same. I've never had twins, so I wouldn't know. But they said twins have the same penis size.
no,
No,
they
they
it was a
it was a
question.
question.
Do
Do
twins
Oh,
have
twins
the
have the
same
same
penis
penis
size? And
size? And
do
somebody
somebody
twins have the same?
commented
commented
and
and
said
said
no,
no
because
because
my
my
child's
child's
father
father
is
is
small. There are
small. There are
twins,
twins,
and my
and
husband's
my
is
husband's
definitely
is
bigger.
definitely bigger.
And I was
And I
like,
was like,
wait a
Did
minute,
she get with both twins?
what?
what?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she
because she
said
said
my
she said
husband, my
my
child's father
child's
and my
father and my
husband are
husband are
twins,
twins,
and my
and my
husband's is
husband's is
definitely
definitely
bigger.
bigger.
Wait, wait. I need to hear this correctly. Her child's father.
Yes,
Yes,
So she slept with both of them.
exactly,
exactly,
exactly.
exactly.
I don't know how I
So
feel about that. I'm all for sexual liberation with women, but brothers,
the
The
fact
that's
that
a
fact that
the fact
the
that
fact that
she felt
she felt
comfortable
comfortable
saying that
saying that
or
or
commenting that
commenting
was
was
unbelievable to me.
unbelievable to me.
she said it in a she said it in an open platform on social media.
Yes,
Yes,
So now everybody knows that she slept with brothers
right.
who
right.
just so happen to be twins. I mean, I think it might be a fantasy. We should have put that out to the people. Is that a fantasy of some women to have twins? I think men would mind it, but
Oh
Oh
yeah,
would
yeah,
women want
yeah,
to be with twins? And if you did want to be with twins, would you one have a baby with them and two marry the other one?
right,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So your brother-in-law is also your baby daddy.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that
Isn't that
crazy?
crazy?
I was
I was like,
like, this. And so
this.
I
And
had
so
to
I had to
post that.
post
And
that.
I was
And I
like,
was
I
like,
had to
I had
read
to
that
read that
twice because
twice
I was
because
like,
I was
wait a
like,
minute.
wait a minute.
There's no way I
There's no
just
way I
read
just
what I
read what
just
I
read.
just read.
But
But
then
then
again, yeah,
again,
I
yeah,
ended
I
up
ended up
reading what
reading
I
what I
just read.
just read.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's that
right.
like I
Right.
said, I'm all for sexual liberation with women, but for her to, I don't know if I could do it. Cousins, maybe. Brothers, nah, that's kind of taboo and off limits. I
Girl,
mean, the brother is off limits.
girl.
It's
Girl.
like the best friend is off limits, the brother is off limits, the uncles and all of that. But
Family
your
Family
sister's
is
your
is
off
off
limits.
sister's
Come
limits.
best
on
friend's
now,
brother's
family.
cousin is not off limits.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
come on.
you don't. I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
date
gonna
nobody in
date
your
nobody in your
family. I'm just
family.
not
I'm
gonna
just
do
not.
No,
it.
no, mm-mm,
Matter of fact, I
Matter of
no.
don't
fact,
think
I
I would
don't think
really
I
do
would really
best
do best
friends
friends
or
or
friends because
friends because
I wouldn't
that's
do
just
friends. I wouldn't
messy.
do best friends.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
just
that's just
messy.
messy.
So
So
I don't
I
think I
don't
could
think
do
I could
that.
do that.
A friend of mine, this guy, and think I said this last week. When it comes to women and their sexual promiscuity, women don't mind acting like whores. They just don't want to be called a whore.
That is
That
true.
is true.
That is
So,
That
true.
is
and
true.
we all have had a hotation at one point in our lives.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we
yeah, we
have.
have.
We
Did
have.
I hear the super producer laugh in the background?
We've all,
It's
We've
true.
all
been
been
down that
down that
road. Yes,
road.
we
It's
Yes, we
have.
true, but
have.
you know what? Very few women will admit it. They will admit They will not admit saying, you know what, I need to call somebody up off the bench.
Right.
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 Guess what? You made it. You're next.
Your number has been called in the lottery.
That's funny.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
All right.
So let's get into our Twitter facts. And we have some good ones today. This is the first time I'm reading them because I didn't get a chance to read through them.
You
As
know, I'm still
always.
stuck on last week that you can't say happiness without penis. I posted it. You can't say happiness without penis. I love it.
I love these.
Oh yeah.
Because
So
it's very true.
I think you'll
Penis
love
brings
these.
happiness to all.
Right. Yeah. I think you'll love this stuff.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
Our first
our
Twitter
first
fact.
Twitter fact.
Oh,
Oh,
this
this
involves
involves
an
an
animal.
animal.
Banana
Banana
slugs
slugs
mate
mate
using
using
penises
penises
on their
on their
head.
head.
The
The vibrated the invertebrated penis can be 6 to 8 inches long. The entire length of a slug's body. When it comes time to mate, the penis grows out of a pore in the slug's head. It isn't unusual for the penis to get stuck in the mate during sex. To remedy this, the slug on the receiving end will eat the penis stuck in it.
Oh. Oh. That's nasty.
Wait, she will eat it?
The,
Really?
the slug ate the penis because it got stuck inside of her.
Yeah, if it does, she will eat it. And I'm like,
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
The slug ate the. I mean,
That's a
That's a whole
new
new
day
day to
to
the
foreplay.
fact that these are Twitter facts. I mean, I guess I gotta believe it, but that's disgusting.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Here we go.
here we go.
Fact
Twitter
two.
fact 2.
Did you know
Did
that
you know that you can refresh your mattress using vodka?
In
In a spray bottle, mix half a shot of vodka with some water and a few drops of your favorite essential oil. Spray your mattress and let it air dry. The alcohol will help kill the odor producing bacteria lingering in your mattress. Who knew?
I'm not gonna waste no vodka on no
Well, see,
mattress.
that's
I'm
the
gonna waste
thing.
it on
That's the
something.
thing.
You're gonna really
half a shot.
Or maybe some Formula 409 or something. But I'm not gonna waste a good bottle of vodka on my mattress. I'll buy a new mattress.
Unless it's some cheap vodka. Some cheap vodka I probably would not bet. I probably wouldn't bet. Well,
Yeah, but
mine. But
who's buying cheap vodka nowadays?
well, I mean, if you buy it for that purpose.
But
But
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
waste.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not
I'm
gonna
not
true.
gonna
waste
waste a good Tito's. I'm just not. Yeah.
No,
No.
I would use just the big, what the old mammies used to use, vinegar and water.
That is true.
They use vinegar and water for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It
Everything.
cleaned everything.
Ironically,
Right.
that goes into your next fact.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
The
The
vagina
vagina
averages
averages
a
a
4.5
4.5
on
on
the
the
pH
pH
scale,
scale,
similar
similar
to
to
the
the
acidity
acidity
of
of
a
a
tomato.
tomato. Soup anyone.
The vagina.
Yeah.
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 Also,
Also, I want to
I don't think
remind
people understand the pH, the importance of pH when it comes to the vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact that it has the same amount of acid as a tomato,
Mm-hmm.
these Twitter facts are so
I
interesting.
know they are.
So
one last one because I actually put this in our newsletter because I thought it was so appropriate for what we're going through now.
Okay.
But the doctor who discovered that hand washing prevented the spread of diseases was thrown in a mental institution for his crazy ideas.
because he said to wash your hands.
To wash your hands.
Well, I know that I'll wait. I'll wait until we start talking about the our topics and whatnot because that baffles me.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
this whole pandemic, the crisis, I have a lot to say about it. A lot to say.
Okay. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have more Women's Talk Live coming up next. All right, welcome back to Women's Talk Live, and on today's show, I think we're really just kind of posting stuff that are well talking about things that are already on social media that has become either trending or interesting. So this first segment is common sense is not so common, and I don't really have to say too much because I think people kind of understand what I'm about to say. But apparently, everybody knows that 45 gave a press conference, and as he always does, I think they limit it now. I don't think he's on as much in every day, but apparently,
I wouldn't know because I don't watch him.
yeah, I but this particular one, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. But he made a suggestion that we use light and disinfectant to potentially treat the coronavirus. And what's crazy is that you actually had some folks that did it.
Are they still alive?
They had to get their stomach pumped.
Because I'm really mad
You
that
actually
you
had nurses that were posting that people were showing up in the ER that had actually did this.
my actually my cousin actually posted on Facebook and she stated that they were having in the midst of all of this that they're now having to deal with people who actually did that. And I said, well, and folks are going to get mad at what I'm about to say. This is no reflection on WPB Media Networks. It's just Sassy in her opinion, but whatever had happened to them should have happened. If you're that damn dumb to drink bleach or disinfectant or
Mhm.
drink what is it, the Tide Pods to eat that, then you deserve it. I'm
Right.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you deserve to be pushed to the back of the line
Mhm.
because the COVID patients come first.
Exactly. Exactly. Now he was confronted by what he said, and he made a comment saying that he was being sarcastic,
No, it wasn't.
and I was just like, really no, because you look pretty serious to me.
He was
And
very. Now,
then,
I did watch that because Dr. Burks,
yeah,
who he
saw the
clearly
look
has
on her face.
no he clearly has no respect for Dr. Burks.
Mm-mm.
She just wanted to like, she was literally sitting there like, please don't pick. You know how when you were in school and you didn't know the answer? And you were
Right.
like looking at the teacher like, please don't pick me, please don't pick me,
Right.
please don't pick me.
Right.
That's how she was. And he says, Deborah. Now the other guy he calls doctor,
Right.
but he's not Dr. Burks, it's Deborah.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, that's not something that I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I think your medical license could be in jeopardy because you're not really pushing back and say
Right.
we emphatically state that you should not ingest or inject
Right.
disinfectant into your body.
Well, I
It's
know
a poison.
that when they had did the press conference saying that, about some of these states that were going to open up, especially Georgia, and they asked her about it, she kind of like skated on the issue. She didn't just
Mhm.
come out and say, "Listen, I really don't think this is a good idea." She was just saying, "Well, I don't know how, but I guess you can be creative as far as hair salons and barbershops." And I'm like, "How can you be creative getting your
Well,
hair done at a barbershop? Like, I don't
I know,
understand how you be creative."
I know a couple of people that have gone to get their hair done and they've worn masks and the hairdresser has worn masks at
Mhm.
the, when they went and got it done. I would love to go and get my hair done, but I
I mean,
have to. I would love to get my, I mean, look at my nails. I like,
oh
look at
man,
that.
let me
The
tell you.
struggle, the struggle is so real. I can't believe I'm showing this on live, but I would love to go. And I
Yeah.
actually saw a picture where, because my sister said, trust me, those nail salons, they're going to figure out a way to get those people in there. They're going to put up a plastic curtain. The next thing you know, I saw a picture on Facebook.
Did
They
you
had the
see that?
plastic curtains.
Plastic curtain. I was
They
like,
had, and all you got
wow.
to do is stick your hands through and stick your feet through. But I'm going to give y'all a secret. I gave myself a pedicure the other day.
Oh, did you?
Listerine and vinegar and water.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I had the sloughing lotion and the pumice stone
Uh-huh.
and everything. My feet feel amazing.
See,
My
I
feet
usually get the I usually get the gel. So,
Mhm.
I like it kills me that I can't go get my nails done or get my
Right.
pedicure. I miss it. I am like
Right.
that's the first thing I'm gonna do. But I just when I saw the picture of, the curtain, I was like, "Oh, wow. Like they actually this is what they doing." So I don't know. I don't know if that's just part of being creative. I don't
I
know.
think it's part of being creative, but it's not. Right now, no one's dying. And I understand from a business standpoint, they want to open their business up and they want to get back to work. But to be honest, no one's dying because our nails and feet aren't getting done.
That's
No one's dying because our hair isn't getting done. I can go in my closet and pull one of my Sheilas down and bam, you know what I'm saying? You have a different hairstyle, you have a different look. So
right.
I don't think that the hair salons and everything are really necessary, but what it did show me is that people actually watch the press conferences
Mm-hmm.
and people actually listen to what he says,
That's true. That's true.
regardless of how asinine it may be. They actually listen to what he says.
They do, and
That's the scary part.
that's the scary part
Yep.
because it's almost like, okay, we got this cult leader, and anything that he says, his followers listen,
Hmm.
and that is scary.
That's
And
the scary.
then you have these people just walking around, um, doing these protests. And was it? I can't remember. I thought I read something. I don't know how, what happened, but it was like they were protesting somewhere. I can't remember where it was. And
Lansing,
everybody
Michigan.
at
It was,
that
it
protest
was in,
caught the coronavirus.
yeah, that was funny. I think that one was in Tennessee or Kentucky. But recently, then I'm getting ready to post this to my page.
Mm.
But in Lansing, Michigan, they actually stormed, excuse me, they stormed the what is it, the governor's mansion,
Okay.
the, the state house,
Hmm.
and they stormed it all because that they want the business to open. And then
Right.
I thought about that. And remember when Black Lives Matter was protesting?
Hmm.
And remember how much flack Lives Matter got when
Yeah.
you had the same people that are protesting in Michigan with their guns telling
Right.
us that we needed to follow the rules and that we needed
Exactly.
to pay attention.
Right.
But it's different now
Hmm.
that they have to follow the rules
Right.
and that they have to pay attention. So yeah, I'm ready to stir some shit up on my Facebook page. Yes, yes. Because I mean, just
It's
imagine
different when it's us.
it's different when it's us, right?
But
But
when it's
imagine if
them,
Black Lives Matter had been walking in full fatigues with assault rifles. How
Mm-hmm.
many black people would have been locked up that day?
You know.
But because they're not black, they're able to exercise their First Amendment right,
Right.
Second Amendment
Right.
right, or whatever,
Yeah.
and then they can protest and say all of these crazy things, and it's their right, but not ours.
Right.
Right.
And people, and I know people are listening to this right now. They're
Mm-hmm.
gonna say, "There you go, pulling the race card again." It's not the race card.
It
This is
is.
It is.
reality.
Right. It
Right. It
is.
The
It's
is
very much
very much
reality.
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 It
It
really
really
is.
is.
And
And
and I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
say
this.
this.
All of
All
those
of those
people out
people
there
out there
protesting,
protesting,
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
need
need
each and
each
one
and
of
one
you
of
to
you to
sign a
sign a
waiver
waiver
because
because
I don't
I
want
don't
you
want you
showing
showing
up
up
at
at
no
no
emergency
emergency
room
room
crying and
crying
all
and all
this
this
foolishness
foolishness
because
because
you
you
went out
went out
there
there
and
and
risked
risked
yourself.
yourself.
So
So
Again, they
yeah.
should be, if they get sick, like that one man in Kentucky
Mm-hmm.
that
mhm,
got sick, his ass shouldn't get any care.
Nothing.
nothing.
I'm not that much of a Christian. Let his ass sit over in the corner and
Right.
have whatever happens to him happens to him.
Right.
Remember,
Right.
it's a hoax.
Exactly.
He didn't believe it, and he wanted to go back to work. Who's
Right.
rushing out here?
No, I
No,
don't.
I
You
don't.
Hey,
Hey,
listen.
literally,
It
it
ain't
ain't
me.
me.
I
you
don't.
trying to go and sit in somebody's restaurant right now?
Yeah,
Listen.
listen.
Hey,
Hey,
listen. I
listen.
would
I would
love.
love,
Like
like,
I
I
used to
used to
do my
do my
Tuesday
Tuesday
dollar
dollar
beers
beers
and my
and my
happy
happy
hours.
hours.
Do I
Do I
miss them?
miss them?
Yes.
Yes.
Am I
I
Am I
miss
worthy
my
to
worthy
happy
to
hours.
risk
I'm
risk
not
my
my
gonna
life
lie
life
to you.
for it?
for it?
No.
No.
Um,
Um,
I
I
love
love
working from
working from
home.
home.
I have
I
no
have no
issue
issue
working from
working from
home.
home.
I've been
I've been
wanting to
wanting
do
to
that
do
for the
that for the
longest.
longest
Anyway,
anyway
because
because
I get a
I get a
lot
lot
done.
done.
But
But
For
like
everybody.
yeah, so I
so I
mean,
mean, you know,
you be
you be
creative. Like
creative.
me and
Like
my
me and my
family
family
had
had
happy
happy
hour
hour
on
on
last
last
Sunday.
Sunday.
Uh-huh.
So you
So
know
you
that
know that
you
you
learn to
learn to
adapt,
adapt.
and I
And I
think
think
this is
this is
definitely
definitely
going to be
going
our
to be
new
our new
normal
normal
For a very long
for a
time,
very
this is
for a
long
going to
very
be.
time.
long time.
And
And
somebody made
somebody
a
made
great
a
point.
great
They were
point. They were
saying that
saying that
um,
um,
you
you
know,
know,
even if
even
it
if it
opens
opens
back up,
back up,
80 I think
80,
it's
I
like
think it's like
80%, 80%,
86%
86% of
of
the
the
population
population
are
are
saying
saying
that
that
they
they
feel
feel
like
like
states are
states are
opening up
opening
too
up too
soon,
soon,
which
Mhm.
which
translate to
translate to
that,
that,
okay,
okay,
you may
you may
open
open
up,
up,
but
but
people may
people
not
may
be
not
so
be so
willing
willing
To
to
patronize.
yeah to
yeah, to
come and
come and
sit
Mhm.
sit
in your
in your
Mhm.
restaurant
restaurant
because
Well,
because
we're so
we're so
we're so
we're so
mentally
mentally
where
where
the
the
first
first
thought that's
thought
gonna
that's
come to
gonna
our
come to our
mind is
mind
that
is that,
okay, I'm going
okay, I'm
into
going
this
into this
restaurant.
restaurant.
Um,
Um,
I don't know
I
who
don't
in
know who in
here
here
is has the
is
corona,
has
and
the corona,
even
and
if they
even if
have them
they have
six
them
feet
6
apart,
feet
this
apart,
stuff
this
is
stuff is
airborne. Even
airborne.
though it
Even
doesn't
though it
stay in
right.
doesn't
the
stay
air
in the air
long,
long,
it's
It's a
still
lot of things that
airborne.
people
airborne.
are thinking about.
Right,
And
right,
Right,
even
right,
when they open up, they can't even open up to full capacity. So now they open up at 25% capacity, or they're only opening up their outdoor seating area. And
hmm
mhm,
it's so many different factors that come into it. What people have to realize is that this is going to change every industry.
it
it
is. It
is, it
is.
is.
Communities are going to change the way in which we work. Companies are now looking, maybe I can save money on that building instead of leasing that
Right.
Right.
building.
Or
Maybe I
Or
only need X number of square footage and not this much square
right,
footage. So it's going to be a lot of different things that people are
right.
going to
right,
have to adjust to. And working from home is one of them.
It
it
is,
is.
and then
And
you
then
got
you
My
to
got
look at
butt
it.
to,
hurts.
Yeah,
yeah,
My
because
butt hurts from working from home.
right.
I didn't realize how much I sat down.
Yeah, and
yeah.
my
And
thing
my
You
is
thing is
know,
that
that,
a lot
a
of these
lot of these
companies they're
companies,
gonna
they're going to
start
start
reevaluating.
reevaluating.
Okay, well,
Okay, well,
I was
I
able
was
to
able to
make it
make it
with
with
this
this
amount of
amount of
employees,
employees,
or
or
like you said
like you said
before.
before.
Okay, I
Okay,
don't
I
need
don't
that big
need
of a
that big of
building
a building
because half of
because
the
half of the
employees can work
employees
from
can work
home.
from home.
That
That those
that
jobs
they were
that they were
saying you could
saying you
not
could
work
not
from
work from
home,
home,
and now
and
that
now
you
that you
are,
are,
so
so
you're
you
gonna have
can.
you have
some
some
But
employees
you
employees
know
that
what?
may
I think
work.
a lot of that too is the managers that people work for.
Hmm
hmm
Because I noticed that you have, like, the company that I work for, you have a flex schedule,
hmm
hmm
but you have some managers who need to see asses in seats for
hmm
no other reason than to put their eyes on you.
Right.
right,
Now, what are they doing now? They're meeting you to death. A whole
And
bunch of Zoom videos and
right.
WebExes and all of these different things that they're doing, but you are now having to readjust. And
exactly,
Yeah.
a lot
yeah,
of jobs are going to realize that they don't need everybody, unfortunately.
hmm
hmm
Then some people, as downsizing happens, you'll end up doing the job of 8 people.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and then you'll say, I'm blessed to have a job. I'm thankful to have a job, but you're
Yeah.
overworked and underpaid.
Right.
Right.
All right. So
All
what
right.
we're
So
gonna
what we're
do
gonna
is
do is
when
when
we
we
come
come
back,
back,
we're
we're
going
going
to
to
read
read
some
some
comments
comments
because
because we definitely have some comments
from
from our
Facebook
Facebook
page.
page.
So
So
thank
thank
everybody for
everybody for
watching and
watching and
listening and
listening and
supporting Women's
supporting
Talk
Women's Talk
Live.
Yes.
Live.
We
We
cannot
cannot
wait
to do
to do
our
our
men's
men's
roundtable.
roundtable.
So
So
that's
that's
gonna
gonna
be
be coming
coming
up.
up.
So
I got a
Stay
couple of
ready
men
for
that I want in on this roundtable.
it. Okay.
But I gotta see, one of them I know for sure knows how to use technology, but the other one I'm not too
Yeah,
sure.
no,
Yeah, no,
I think I
I
want to
think I want
do
to do
a sit
a
down
sit down
setting once
setting once
everything
everything
clears.
clears.
Then we'll
Then
sit
we'll
Yes.
down
sit
do a
down,
sit
do a
down
sit
setting.
down
But
setting. But
listen,
listen,
don't go
don't go
anywhere. We
anywhere.
got
We got
more
more
of
of
Women's
Women's
Talk
Talk
Live
Live
coming
coming
up
up
next.
next.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
I definitely plan on doing one for situations with Sassy.
Action.
All
All
right,
right, welcome back
to
to
Women's
Women's
Talk
Talk
Live.
Live.
I want to
I want
read
to
some
read
of the
some of the
comments that
comments
we
that
have
we
because
have
we
because
have
we have a lot of
comments
comments coming
on
through
our
on our
women's
women's
Facebook
Facebook
page.
page.
So
So
Sassy can read hers.
we have one comment
from
from
Leroy
Leroy Wilson,
A New
a new
Reality.
reality.
Yes,
Yes,
definitely
definitely
a
a
new
new
reality.
reality.
And
And
Kelly
Kelly
Renee, hey
Renee, hey
Kelly,
Kelly.
they
They
and
are, and
I'm
I'm
not
not
in a
in a
hurry to go
hurry to go
back to
back to
anyone's
anyone's
establishment.
establishment.
People's
People's
anxiety will
anxiety will
not be
not be
able to
able to
handle it, and
handle it,
that
and
is
that
true.
is true.
Because I
Because
know
Yeah.
I
me,
know me,
I don't
I
like
don't like
germs.
germs.
I don't even
I
like
don't even
people to
like
sit
people to
next to
sit
me
next
on
to
the
me on the
train. So I
train. So I
really ain't gonna
really ain't
like
gonna
nobody
like
sit
nobody
next to
sit
me on
next
the
to me on
train.
the train.
When I go to the movies and I'm going by myself, I buy 2 seats because I don't want anyone sitting beside me. So do you really think that I want to go back out here
Right.
and sit beside somebody
Yes.
Yes.
who clearly
Right.
this
Right.
pandemic showed us that people are nasty as hell because they
Exactly.
Exactly.
don't wash their hands, digging in their ass and shit. Excuse
Yes.
me.
Exactly. They
Exactly.
are.
They
They
are.
are. They
Oh, they
nasty.
nasty.
They're nasty.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
nasty. Women go to the bathroom and will not wash their hands. I don't know what it is about that.
Oh,
Oh,
girl. Let me
girl,
tell you
let me
something.
tell you something.
Hold on. All right.
Hold on. All right.
One
One
last
last
comment
comment
from
from
Kelly.
Kelly.
Every
Every
Then I got
21
a
20
comment too.
Okay, every
Okay,
21
every
days the
21
brain
days the brain
rewires
rewires
itself.
itself. This is now
Programmed in our
programmed in our
brain that
brain.
is
That is
our new
our new
norm, which
norm,
is
which is
absolutely
absolutely
correct.
correct.
But let me
But
tell
let
you
me tell
why
you why
people are
people are
nasty.
nasty.
Because I
I
work where
work
I
where I
work.
work.
Um
Um
also
Also
Troy
Troy
Rollins said
Rollins said
word.
word.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Troy.
Troy.
Um
Um,
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 there was this
there was this
lady
lady,
and she's
and she's
actually
actually
one of
one of
the
the
supervisors,
supervisors,
managers, or
managers, or
whatever
whatever
that works
that works on
on
our
our
in our
agency.
agency.
Mhm.
And
And
I come
I
into
I come into the bathroom, in the bathroom, I'm like, and then
I hear
I
her
hear
come
her
out
come out
of the bathroom
of the
stall.
stall.
And
And she comes, she looks at herself in the mirror, fixes whatever,
and then
and
walks
then
her
walks her
happy ass
happy
on
ass
out
on
the
out the
door.
door.
And I'm
And I'm
sitting
sitting
there
there
like,
And she probably went in the mirror like this after she used the restroom. And then she left.
I'm like,
I'm
wait a
like,
minute,
wait a minute,
this chick
this
did
chick
not
did not
wash her
wash her
hands.
hands.
So when we
So
were
when we were
intervening,
intervening,
um,
um,
She was going around, and then and then she went like she was getting ready to you know how some people like touch you, and I was just like I don't like people touching me.
You damn near did a kung fu move to get away from it and whatnot.
Wait a minute.
Nasty,
I was like,
nasty,
wait a
nasty.
minute, no, because I just saw you. I just heard you. I knew. I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't like people touching me. I said, I got a phobia. And she was just like, oh, okay. I don't know where she was from. She was from some country. I was like, I
Oh,
don't know where y'all come from. But here, we wash our hands.
Well, it's just I've seen it and I've called it out. I've seen it happen on plenty of occasions. I don't care if I'm in public. I don't care if
Right.
I'm at work or in any restaurant. I will say very, very loudly, I
Mhm.
can't believe you just didn't wash your hands.
No.
And then don't let all of the Harris girls, everybody see my t-shirt. Don't let all of the other Harris girls be there. And we're looking at each other like, wait, what did this? Are you it's like clutching your pearls moment?
It's nasty. People are nasty. I see people that are nasty now. Like I was in BJ's. BJ's now. And this lady clearly she was oh, did she have gloves on? I don't even remember. But she's constantly doing this. Like just wiping her nose and doing all like this.
This was post Corona, right?
This was today. I was in BJ's. Okay. And she's doing like this. And I'm like,
Present tense.
oh. And then she put her hands on the cart. And then I guess, I don't know, that she's keep doing, and I'm like, oh.
But did she have gloves on?
I can't remember if she had gloves on.
Because I posted a video today on Facebook where a nurse, thank God she did it. She put gloves on and talked about cross contamination.
Yes.
Because you see people go into these stores and they have on the mask, but then they have on gloves. And then they're touching everything. And like she said, you're not understanding. You think you're safe when all you're doing is just cross contaminating everything else that you touch. And they said, what did somebody say? Tell me, one of my nurse friends said, when you go to the supermarket, whatever you touch, take. So no longer can you go in and squeeze the melons and all that stuff. If you squeeze that melon, you take that melon. We don't care if it's ripe or not. The same for tomatoes. Everything that you touch, the box of cereal, everything. That's why I look now, because I don't buy dented cans. I don't buy crunched boxes. So I look at everything instead of moving stuff out the way. You can't do it anymore. This has really changed the way in which we live. I hate it.
And listen, and those people, I think the dumbest thing I see is that you're standing in line with your cart, with your gloves on, with your phone in your hand, and you're like looking at your phone. You have your phone. My phone stays in my pocket. I have a watch, so if anybody sends me a text, I'll look at the watch. I'll look at, okay, I'm going to respond when I get out of here. I do not touch my phone. If I touch my phone, I take one of my gloves off. Then I touch my phone. And not to mention, I think a lot of people don't realize is that when I go in line and after I scan all my stuff, before I open my book bag, I take off one of my gloves and I open up my book bag, get my card out of there, swipe my card, put my card back in, and then put my book bag back on my back, put my gloves back on, because, like, listen, you're putting that stuff on it, and then when I come home, I'm wiping everything down.
Oh my God.
Spraying
It's
the
an ordeal. It's literally an hour or 2 hour ritual of going to the grocery store. When you come home, you got to spray everything down. I'm literally putting soap on the dish rag and I'm washing the bottles and I'm spraying the boxes with Lysol. It's like the fruit is sitting in the baking soda. You sit fruit, and I learned this from my cousin. You put your fruit and your vegetables in baking soda and let them soak for 12 minutes to get all of the pesticides and everything off. But now, once you do that, is that actually killing the virus? It's so much to think, and then you got to take all of your clothes off, take a shower, and get dressed or decontaminate yourself. You got to take your gloves off before you touch your car handle,
Mhm.
and make sure you throw those in the
Right.
trash.
Yeah.
She
But
won't get
I
that
keep
big
hand
old.
sanitizer, so I just wipe my hands. But I
Mhm.
did hear because I watched Sanjay Gupta on
Okay.
CNN. Yes, his cute little self. So
I'm going to Sanjay Gupta.
and it says you can read your comments, and then we're gonna get into our next segment. But
Mhm.
they were asking him, should we, when we come in the house from being outside, should we take our clothes off? Can virus? He was like, technically, he said the virus really cannot sustain in your clothes because we're moving, we're constantly moving, and it's something that just kind of stays. So he said then it kind of like gets off. He said, but you should spray your shoes, and which I do spray my shoes.
I don't spray my shoes.
But yeah, the soles of your shoes, I spray those. He said unless he said unless you're going to be on the floor, you have kids that are going to be on the floor, then yes, spray your shoes. But he was just like, your clothes, he said, yes, you can wash them. He said, but because we're constantly moving, the virus is not going to continue like to stay on your clothes like that. So I was like, oh,
Even if you're wearing like the Under Armour stuff and how tight that is on the body and the sweat.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you
he was
really
just like, because it just, he said, because we're constantly moving and it's a virus that sticks to you, and we're constantly moving, then if he said it's not technically gonna stay on your clothes. So I was just like, oh, okay. As you know me, I'm paranoid, but outside that, what kind of comments do you have?
I had to stop my live because my phone was dying. But when we
Okay,
were talking about the protest and the Bill of Rights, and this guy and I, we always go back and forth with this.
okay,
Um, we he said when following the rules violates the First Amendment and the Bill of Rights, the Second Amendment is in place to protect those rights.
mhm,
Yeah, that's what I said too.
okay, all
I
right,
just said,
all right. So
but it's a difference.
it is, it
It's
is.
a difference. It's a difference.
Right. All right. So our next segment, which is something that's also becoming a thing these days, is how we handle our dead. Um, COVID-19, um, because there's so many people that are dying, the hospitals and the morgues cannot basically handle the constant bodies that are coming up, and you had places in New York that was like really digging a big mass grave,
Mhm.
burying these people, and I think they were like labeling them and such so that the family can come and retrieve them once, I guess, everything's over, or if they wanted to do like a funeral. But then you have these funeral homes, you can't have more than 10 people. So a lot of these funeral homes, they're the way they have funerals is different. um
And I've had friends who lost their fathers and mothers and spouses during this period. So it is you can't even go to the person's house and pay your respects like you normally do,
right,
because now you can't have that huge gathering of people. But now people are also kind of leery of even taking food to somebody's house because they're not sure how you're going to receive that food. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to be rude,
right.
but do you not? I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of it's just it hurts me to my heart every time I think about a lot of the stuff that we have to now get used to. That's now normal. I want to throw a party. June 7th is fast approaching. I would like
Well,
to throw a party, but I'm gonna have to throw a
yeah,
June birthday party in
unfortunately,
September.
unfortunately, mine's coming up on the 5th, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
your birthday is Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. It's a big drinking holiday.
I'm gonna drink.
So
I'm sick of Maya.
yeah, I'm gonna have to do something. And I was hoping that this year, because I was turning 45, I actually wanted to go skydiving. But that doesn't look like that's gonna
Jumping
happen.
out of a plane?
Yes. Yes. I
Oh,
so
April, you say that for 50, not 45. Go parasail.
no. Because 40 was my come out really year, and I really didn't do anything for my 40th. So I said,
Mhm.
okay, when 45 comes, I had all planned out. I was gonna go to Vegas. I was gonna skydive. I was gonna do something for my 45th birthday. So I'm like, okay. I guess God laughed at my plans.
He didn't laugh at your plan.
He said he
I think people
planned
realize
and
though
God
that
laughed. Basically,
this
that's what
this
they said.
whole this whole
So
COVID thing, like I think we said last week, and it still holds true. It really tells you what's important,
mhm.
and it's people are actually reconnecting with their families, and children are. I mean, the parents are really learning the
Right.
personalities of their children.
Right.
They're really beginning to, I don't want to say beginning to enjoy them, but it's the blessing and the curse, because as the commercial said, your home is now your office, now your daycare, now your school. It's everything now.
It is. It really is, and it's the new normal. It's the new normal, and it's like, what can you do? Because I don't know, I don't know, but so let's do this because I do want to get into our dating trends that was in the newsletter. And listen, if you're not a part of Black Women's Talk newsletter, definitely go to WPBmedianetworks.com and sign up to receive our newsletter. Every week we give a little known Twitter fact, we give our dating trends, we give beauty tips. So yeah, you definitely want to sign up for that, and the Livewire newsletter, and you also get the Livewire newsletter and also the WPB Media newsletter. So we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into dating trends with Sassy Scribe. So don't go anywhere. We got more Women's Talk Live coming up next.
Introducing the Collector's Edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set. Democrats stand face to face against Republicans, featuring President Trump and Vice President Pence, legislative leaders Pelosi, McConnell, Schumer, and McCarthy, plus members of our Supreme Court and even former presidential teams. Each piece designed with impeccable detail to look just like our political leaders. A keepsake you'll cherish for generations. Order your limited edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set with certificate of authenticity for only $39.99. For a limited time, you can get a second chess set. Just pay a separate fee. Because the Democratic nominees are not yet known, you'll receive 2 podiums to play now. Once the candidate is selected, you will be notified to acquire the final pieces to complete your set. Don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-274-7150. That's 1-800-274-7150, or visit chess2020.com now.
It's in the email. Wait a minute.
All right, welcome back to Women's Talk Live. Man, we covered a lot. But we want to get into our dating trends with Sassy Scribe, which was also, if you receive our Women's Talk newsletter, is in our newsletter that went out today. So Sassy, what you got for us?
Well, the dating world nowadays, it has, I mean, Corona has changed it even more. Women didn't want to Netflix and chill, but I bet their lonely asses wish they could Netflix and chill right about now.
Yeah, me.
April, one thing I can say, a friend of mine, he and I were talking a couple of weeks ago, and he said, "It's no excuse for single women to be alone. You could call somebody, you choose not to." You can call, you can pick up your phone. There is somebody that would fly across the city to Netflix and chill with you.
Yeah.
But you
But
choose,
I
like
don't know if he got that Rona.
you choose. Well, to me, it ain't got nothing to do with Rona. I'm not trying to. I'm not. But we all have a Rolodex. See what I? They go back to that first segment.
Yeah,
And I was
that's
talking about
true.
that
That's true.
rotation.
Yeah, I mean, we
It
all
might
have
not be a
our
rotation,
phone.
but
Yeah.
you got a highlight reel in your phone. And be like, you know what? He wasn't bad.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. We do. I ain't gonna lie. We do. But same sex.
I mean, you do, but it's like, yeah, but he talked too much. He didn't even listen. Just different things that make you say, no, I don't want to do it. Or
And they're like,
he's gonna be hard to get rid of this time. It's just no. So you
dang.
don't do it. You don't do it. But when it comes to dating, you have a lot of people nowadays. You hear women saying that they really don't like talking on the telephone, but they want to have these text conversations and these textuationships. So I came up with a couple of simple steps when it comes to texting the guy. And these are steps that I know at times I tend to break if I get pissed. So, but the first one is not to be too wordy. You know what I'm saying? Less is more because be honest, he's not reading all that.
Yeah.
And he's not reading all of it because he'll pick out one little sentence.
Mm-hmm.
What you read? Like what you just
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Everything that you needed to say.
Right.
So
Or you only answer one part. That's me.
and you only answer the one part because they
Yeah.
really, ladies, he's not reading all of that. He's
Mm-hmm.
not going to read it. He's not even thinking about reading it. His
No.
head exploded when it was like, oh,
Exactly. Exactly.
he's
Yeah.
not going to read all of it.
He's only
So,
gonna use one head at a time.
April said it, not me. Um, so when women want to get sexy, you just gotta like keep it short. There's, you gotta keep it short. You gotta maybe send him a picture and say, "What's up?" Or say somebody's hungry and it's not my.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that one.
Or
Okay.
maybe it is. Maybe it is my mouth. It could
Yeah.
be, I got 3 spots hungry on my body. Which one you want? Just
Ooh.
something.
Mm.
The text away. If you don't believe me, text him.
You know what?
Let me send one right
You know
now.
what? Yeah,
Let me text this
that's better than me sending hey handsome.
Yeah, that's way better than Hey Handsome. That's way better than Hey Handsome. So another thing is women don't understand that confidence is sexy. And I've had this conversation with a friend of mine the past couple of weeks. And basically he was like, he doesn't like a woman, say for instance, I'm a plus size woman. He said, don't think that we don't see that women are plus size when we're with them. So when we get to be intimate with them, the last thing we want you to do is to be worried about your stomach or your thighs. We know, sis. We know. And we liked it anyway. So be confident. So when you send a text, you send it with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be confident in what it is that you're saying. The other thing is they got to know when the conversation is over. If you realize there's a gap in between text messages or it becomes monosyllabic, you can say, hey, listen, hey, I know you're busy. Let's pick this up tomorrow and be done with it. Don't get an attitude. He don't even feel like talking to me. Again, Sassy's guilty of this.
Okay.
I get guilty of it. So what's the other one? When I say shoot your shot, you can shoot your shot, but just don't ask him out on the date. If he wants to take you out, he will take you out.
You know what? I don't because I have asked. I don't know. But I don't know if
The
I
ones
would.
that I have asked, it has not ever worked.
I don't know if I classified it as a date, but I have said, "Hey, listen, when we go get drinks," or "Hey, listen, when we go grab something," or "Baby, hey, listen, can you want to link up or something like that?"
That's a date. I've done that too. Now let me
Yeah.
ask you this: how have those worked out for you?
By the end of the night, fine.
So you were basically looking for fun.
Yeah.
You're looking for fun.
It's not that I haven't. Don't get me wrong. They was like, ask me out or whatever. And listen, listen. I'm over 40, so I'm privileged to a lot of stuff. But is that I'll say, hey, let's link up, and I've always had a great time. But it's always been the person. I'm not gonna just say, hey, let's. If I don't think that I can have a conversation with you, or you are, I don't feel like I have any type of vibe, then I 9 times out of 10 I ain't gonna ask you.
That's
But
true.
if I feel like we, if we hang out and I feel like we're gonna have a great time, then I don't have a problem saying, hey, listen, you want to link up and grab a drink or grab something to eat or whatever. And I've always had a great time. We end up sitting at the bar or wherever, for a couple of hours or whatever. But like I said, it's I don't have an issue doing, but I guess I don't really kind of. I guess it is a date, but I don't know because I don't
I
really
think
classify it. I just look at it as, hey, we just hanging out.
I think it really does. It really depends on that man, because you have some men that don't mind women that shoot their shot and take it to the next. It's one thing to say, you know what, I think you're handsome. I like to get to know you, and it's another thing to say, you know what, I'm feeling the need to get this itch scratched, and it is Corona. Let's Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
And he might pick up his phone and be like, well, she wasn't feeling that way 2 months ago when I asked her. It's different things. The next step, because there's 6 of them, I'm gonna hurry up because I know we're running out of time. But it's stroking his ego, and Sassy really struggles with stroking the ego. I mean, I'll stroke it, but that constant. I know I'm single for a reason, and that could be one of them. But stroke his
I'm with
ego.
you on that one.
Men want to be told that they're. I will tell you, I appreciate you. You did a great job, but that constant 8 hours a day, that's just something I struggle with, and I'll probably
Yeah,
never
I
do.
can't. I
But I
can't.
think, women need to understand that men do appreciate. They appreciate saying those little sayings that you look great
Right.
today. I like the way that fits you. You did a good job with this. I'm really proud of you. I mean, you can do it. Just make it
Yeah.
genuine, though.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
when
you
most
ain't gonna always. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna always get it out of me, because
I started being
so.
forced with it, and it didn't feel right. I'm like, to tell him he did a good job, and I'm like, I don't feel like that he did a good job, so I'm not going to say that he did a good job. The last thing, women, is always be true to yourself, and I think we are so used to listening to not like people like me and other dating experts that they tend to take a little bit from this person. Well, this person said don't do this, and this person said don't do that. Be yourself. He's either going to like you or he's not.
That's true.
Be yourself,
Right.
because the true personality of you will itself out eventually. No one's acting that long. No one's acting that long.
Oh
Your
yeah,
true
no.
personality is going to come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
For me, what you see is what you get. Because
I think next week I'll talk about sexy text messages to send.
Okay, yeah, because that's not me. I mean, I will. Don't get me wrong. I will, but
You don't
it's
sex.
like for me.
Ooh.
I guess I'm like I'm not always talking on the phone. I don't really talk on the phone like that to people. And if I'm texting, 9 times out of 10, it's about work. Because I'm constantly, my problem is that I'm constantly working. I'm constantly, in front of my computer. I'm constantly, so I need to learn to kind of, and I'm learning this because I said eventually, maybe later on down the line, I would want to be in a relationship. So I know that I'm going to have to um, do certain things um, that right now I probably won't do because I don't consciously think about it. I don't like
Really?
I don't constantly think about it. I mean, if I'm in a moment where I'm like, if I'm sitting next to somebody and we're having a drink and we're talking,
yeah, okay, I engaged in that. I don't, I'm not on my phone. I put my phone away or whatever. Then I am engaging with you. But if I'm sitting here and I'm on the computer and I'm like back and forth on the phone or on my iPad, because Rhonda can tell you, I got an iMac, a laptop, another laptop, two iPads, another iPad where I watch TV. So, my mind, I'm not thinking about, oh, let me text so and so. I have to actually be like, okay. And then I do have guys say, you don't like, you just don't reach out to nobody. Like, you just like,
No.
you don't communicate at all. And they be like, and I was like, yeah, but and I told them, I said, don't take it personally. It's not that I'm not interested or I don't like you. It's just that that's just not something I consciously think about, because my mind, I'm constantly thinking about other things. And I don't know if that is the creative side of me, where I'm constantly
It
trying to
is.
think like, okay, if I do this, I can do this, or let me do this, or I'm my mind never shuts off. So I would have to really kind of think about that in the event I ever get into a
A
relationship.
relationship. Well, I love sexting. And I buy lingerie specifically for that.
Really?
Oh
I
my!
burned it.
First of all, I buy lingerie for me. It's not even for him. The lingerie
Okay.
is for me. I love how it makes me feel. I love the feel of the lace and the fishnets. I love all of that feeling on my skin. So if
Yeah.
I'm feeling super sexy, what's
Right.
going to happen with him? You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
he's going to see that. Corona has stopped me from being great because I wear it under my clothes. Excuse me, if I got on a nice dress, that's
Yeah.
not Corona, y'all.
Right.
Excuse me.
Well, you know what? That's so crazy because um yeah, I don't own any lingerie. The ones that I did own, I burned them all. Because I ain't buying.
I love lingerie, and I love
Moment.
lingerie, and I think you have women like and my sister gonna get mad at me, but she was looking at lingerie, and I was showing her the lingerie that I have in my closet, and she was like, "Oh, my stomach, my stomach." Now, mind you, she's not big. She doesn't have the gut that I have. I said, put it on, and see the reaction that he'll give you. I said, but you gotta feel sexy. You can't walk in the room like holding your stomach and covering yourself up. You gotta
Right.
feel sexy. If you
Yeah.
uncomfortable,
You
he's
gotta be
uncomfortable.
confident. You definitely gotta be confident in
You gotta be confident.
one thing that I ain't got an issue with that. I'm confident in what I look. I know that there's some things that I need to work on, and I am working on that. But I'm
Right,
confident, and I'm not ashamed of me. If
right.
you don't like it, then you ain't got to be here, dude. That's fine. Because another person's trash is another person's treasure.
I
So
think
I
3 years
know.
was the first time I bought a bikini.
Uh-huh.
I turned 50. That was it.
Uh,
Like, my baby sister wears them in a heartbeat and thinks nothing of it, and will walk wherever on the beach proud as can be.
yeah,
It's confident,
it
and the
is.
men love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you just gotta have that confidence, which is nothing's wrong with that. Um. So real quick, we gonna take a quick break, but when we come back, we're gonna talk about and this is, you sure this is NBA draft? I thought this was NFL draft.
No, this was the
Well,
Oh,
sorry.
NFL draft. Yeah.
this was the NFL draft.
Hey, listen, I was watching
Sorry.
NFL draft.
I
Because
didn't watch it because I didn't know it was on, but
yeah, I
I
had to
don't
put
follow sports like that other than baseball, so I really didn't understand what was going on.
Okay, yeah, I had to see who the Ravens were getting, and I had to see who the New Orleans Saints was getting. So yeah, it was
The Ravens
it
get it.
was cool. They got a. Oh man, I gotta look it up because I can't remember. But they did get a good. I think he's a wide receiver, but they did get a good pick. I don't like the last pick. I think the last pick
Mhm.
was like, I don't know. Maybe they see something I didn't see. I thought he kind of sucked. His stats kind of sucked. But uh but when we come back, we're gonna talk about NFL draft pick CeeDee Lamb. He was the first round draft pick. And we're going to talk about what happened during, and I missed this. I don't know how I missed this because I wasn't I didn't get to watch the entire thing. So, but yeah,
I saw this thing that we're getting ready to talk about. I saw on one of the Facebook pages or Facebook watches or something like that.
yeah, that's where I saw it. All right. So we come back. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into our final thought, and So don't go anywhere. We got more Women's Talk Live coming up next.
And we're back.
I just made it.
Almost at a moment. I'm telling you, our behind the scenes is interesting. All right, so hold on, let me go back. But all right, so NFL draft first round pick, CeeDee Lamb. He was the 17th pick for the Dallas Cowboys. Boo. And he was sitting next to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend snatched his cell phone out of his hand, and he just kindly took that cell phone quickly back. So I was like, oh, okay.
But I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why she grabbed the phone. Maybe it went over my head because I really didn't watch it and I didn't understand it. I did see Mama pull old girl off the boy's lap though. Like, come on, get out of here. This ain't got shit to do with you.
That was Isaiah Wilson.
His mother was like, and she was holding on for dear life. The mom literally was lifting her up, like, get out of here. Come on, this don't have nothing to do with you.
Come on now. You gotta respect Mama's home. I'm pretty sure that's where he was. But yeah, I don't understand that either. Like, okay, if his phone is ringing or whatever, because you said his phone was ringing, like, why are you answering the phone? Now, I will say, I never, when I was married, I never, looked at any cell phones or whatever. Now, granted, that's how I found out the two times, but that was because
the spirit
the phone was there. The first time was that I was looking for a picture that was taken. My daughters had taken a picture with a celebrity at the time. And
they're not a celebrity no more.
No. All right. So let me rephrase. My daughters had took a picture with Trey Songz, and Trey Songz looked at them as his nieces, so they called him Uncle Trey. So they took a picture. So they wanted the picture. But I didn't take the picture. My ex-husband took it. So I was like, hey, listen, and I think he was like sleep or half sleep. I was like, listen, do you still have the picture? I wanted to send it to myself. So that I can. So I'm sitting there and I went into his pictures. I didn't go into anything else. I went into his pictures to send the picture to my phone. And when I sent a picture to my phone, a text message came through that was highly inappropriate. And I was like,
A butt ass naked picture of a woman came through.
what the hell is this? No, it was something she had said. It was something like I honestly I can't remember. But I'm looking at I'm like, wait a minute, what? What is this foolishness? So that's how, I found out that. The second time, yeah, it was a second time. But I was we were at a place, and at the time he was driving a vehicle that was my vehicle, and he left his phone in the car. I went to go park the vehicle. When I parked it, his phone kept blowing up, like constantly blowing up from somebody, and I'm like, why is this chick blowing up my husband's phone? So at that point,
I like shit like this. I gotta get my drink.
So then, then a text message came through, like, like cussing about why he answered the phone, whatever. So I'm looking at the text message, and I'm looking. I was like, oh shit, not again, really again. That's the first. I was like, wow, we do it. So we gonna do this again. Okay. So now, granted, those were the two times. But I'm not going to go through your phone. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pick up your phone. I'm not going to look through your text messages. I'm not going to, if your phone rings, I'm not looking, calling you or whatever.
You didn't need to, because you already had the receipts that you needed.
Right. I mean, but the thing was, if I see it, because my thing is, when I was married, you could look all through my phone. I didn't care. It didn't. I had nothing.
You didn't have a lock on your phone or no codes or anything.
That's the thing. He knew my code. He knew how to get in my phone. If he needed something, I was like, well, my phone's over there. He knew how to get into my phone. I did not. And I knew the code to his phone. So you never think of whatever.
So you had a code to his phone. Why wasn't he like deleting shit?
But I didn't even look. I didn't delete it. I did not look at it. I mean, it's just like, okay, and I didn't care if he looked at mine. But we just did not look at each other's phones. We just didn't. Unless we had said, hey, listen, I want to get this, or I want to get that, or whatever. And I'd be like, yeah, okay, it's over there. Or he'd be like, yeah, okay, well, yeah, it's, go ahead. Or he said, yeah, my phone's there, or whatever. So it's like, one of those things where you just don't think about it. And I wasn't thinking about it at the time at all. Even the second time, I really wasn't thinking about it. I saw his phone there. I didn't look at it. I was just like, oh, he left his phone in the car. And I went and parked the car. And I said, and I was just going to take his phone to him. But like my aunt said years ago, she said, I think a lot of these men come from the same woman.
So she claimed she was just doing the girlfriend thing and answering his phone.
Yeah,
and it wasn't a big deal.
Like whatever. But I don't. This particular situation. Why are you grabbing this man's phone? Like, for what reason are you grabbing this man's phone? If there's some type of mistrust there, and I think that's the whole thing, is that when you go looking for something, 9 times out of 10 you go find it.
Mama said that. Mama said, if you're gonna look, whatever it is you look for, be prepared for what you find.
Exactly.
And that's where women, in my opinion, that's where we get stupid. Because if we just relax, he's gonna mess up and slip up, and it's gonna come. And I know this is completely off the whatchamacallit, but if you think about it, this is why Nancy Pelosi didn't want to impeach Trump, because she knew he was gonna F it up. She knew it. She didn't want to do it, but people forced her hand. She did not want to do it.
Right.
Now would be the perfect time to get rid of him. because everybody's in such desperate straits.
Right.
But anyway,
And
let's get back to it. But yeah,
you know what really kills me about guys? And listen, and don't get me wrong, and this ain't all dudes. But what kills me
male bashing moment.
is that, well, not so much bashing, but dudes don't understand. Women aren't dumb. We're not stupid. We know each other. Like women
We can feel the
know
presence
each
of
other.
other women.
And the thing is, like you said, we just sit back and wait. If something is out there that is a secret or you think they ain't gonna come out, it's gonna come out. At some point, it's going to come out because it's only so long that you can keep a secret. And
Habits and behavior.
it
A man's habits and behavior changes.
it does. It really does. And you just kind of get that feeling because even like you know, even with me, even though I didn't think about it, in the back of my mind, you kind of like, well, especially the second time, the back of your mind, you kind of like, something is off about this dude. And that's how I felt. Something is off about this dude. I don't know what it is, but okay, whatever. Because to me, at some point, you're going to mess up. At some point, it's going to be revealed because, oh man, another saying my grandmother used to tell me. She was just like, that's like laying in the bed with a short cover. You go to cover up your head, your feet stick out. You go to cover up your
head stick out. I never heard that. That's a good. I gotta remember that.
So I mean, you can't so long. And even now, are we better at doing stuff like that? Yes, we are. Do we get stupid? Do some of us slip up and do dumb stuff?
Get digmatized?
But
yes, we do.
10 guys are going to be the one that are going to slip up quicker than a girl.
I think when we as women get caught is because we wanted to, because we're really and truly we're dumb. But if you do that, if you are really and truly done and you allow yourself to get caught, don't think that you're going to jump over the fence and that grass is going to be greener. Because it's not going to happen.
Right.
It's not going to happen. You just need to understand and recognize that that's not going to happen. Your relationship, you just screwed up, and this relationship that you thought was a bed of roses, both of them are jacked up. Be prepared to be by yourself.
Exactly.
So if you do that, be prepared to be by yourself. Not to be with this other guy and not to ruin whatever this other guy was doing or not doing.
Right.
Because you always gonna have that. You always gonna have that in the back of your mind. Okay, if he do that to that woman, and now he ends up with you, what makes you think he ain't gonna do it to you too?
First of all, what makes you think that you were the only one? I always say, if he's cheating with you, he's cheating on you. So what makes you think that you're the only woman that he's seeing? He's seeing you, but he also seeing her and her.
Right.
And very rarely do any man have the capacity. Even the brothers on the sister wives, he is tired. He is tired. You can see it. He's exhausted. He getting booty left and right, but he also got 5 different personalities of women that he's got to deal with.
Right.
And no man wants that. They can say what they want. No man wants that. And all of those women work. Right? So he shouldn't even have them anyway. You got to have as many wives as you can financially afford. And his ass can't afford 5.
Right.
I ain't working. If I got to deal with you in extemporaneous coochies, I ain't working. I'm going to sit my fat ass down and eat some bonbons. And I ain't giving you no babies. Now, how about that?
Yeah, well, I can't because I took care of that years ago. Yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take just a quick break, and then when we come back, we're gonna close out the show and give our final thoughts. So don't go anywhere. We got more Women's Talk Live coming up next.
Introducing the Collector's Edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set. Democrats stand face to face against Republicans, featuring President Trump and Vice President Pence, legislative leaders Pelosi, McConnell, Schumer, and McCarthy. plus members of our Supreme Court, and even former presidential teams. Each piece designed with impeccable detail to look just like our political leaders. A keepsake you'll cherish for generations. Order your limited edition 2020 Battle for the White House chess set with certificate of authenticity for only $39.99. For a limited time, you can get a second chess set. Just pay a separate fee. Because the Democratic nominees are not yet known, you'll receive 2 podiums to play now. Once the candidate is selected, you will be notified to acquire the final pieces to complete your set. Don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-274-7150. That's 1-800-274-7150 or visit chess2020.com now.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Women's Time. I tell you, boy.
Oh
Oh
man,
man,
Miss
Miss
Pretty,
Pretty,
missed
we
you
missed you
tonight.
tonight.
Yes, Miss Pretty.
I got
I got Miss Pretty's
shirt on.
shirt on.
I got mine
So,
on.
So, oh yeah,
I don't have. If I had known, I would have put my Miss Pretty shirt on too.
I
I think we just kind of just we didn't even know. So yeah, but I did. Yeah, I bought some stuff from her. So listen, she got masks available for $20. Let me see if I can
Yes,
wrap
I
mine.
showed y'all my mask last week.
Yeah, so this is the mask
for
for
$20.
$20.
Oh, I
Fashion
like
Fashion
it.
Spa House. You know, it got the filters already in it, the Velcro. So
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
know what people don't, what I want to say to people, because they were like, do you wash it? I take mine and I wear my mask like 2 or 3 days, but I spray it with Lysol front and back. And then I let that air out.
but
But
At the
Sergeant
Sergeant
Gupta
end of the
said
Gupta
week,
don't
said
do
don't
that.
do
You
that.
should
You should
wash it
wash it.
because it's
Because it's
something.
something he said the Lysol spray kind of it will deplete the what he said it would deplete the effectiveness of the mask.
He
So he
said
said
it's
it's
important
important
to
to
wash
wash
it.
it.
He said
He
you
said
can
you
okay,
can
wear
the
it
good
wear it
thing
twice.
they're in the washing machine right now
Yeah, he
then.
said you can
you
wash
can
it
wash it
twice,
twice, but to
to
constantly
spray
spray
it
it with
with
Lysol,
Lysol,
he was like he didn't recommend
No,
that.
no, no. Well, I do that. And then at the end of the week, I wash them.
Mm.
Oh,
But
okay.
Oh, okay.
at the beginning of the week.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I
I have
have
some
some
antibacterial
antibacterial
liquid
liquid
soap.
soap.
So what
So
I
what
do
I
Yeah.
is
do
I'll
is
just
I'll just
wash
wash
mine,
mine,
like
like
really
really
wash
Mhm.
wash
it,
it, and then
rinse it out
rinse
and
it
stuff
out
and
and
let
stuff
it
and
air
let it
dry.
air
So
dry. So
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
So
so
listen.
listen,
Make
make
sure
sure
that
that
you
you
join
join
our
our
newsletter.
newsletter.
Go to
Go to
WPBmedianetworks.com.
WPBmedianetworks.com.
And
And
we
we
have
have
our
our
WPB
WPB
Media
Media
newsletter
newsletter
that
that
goes
goes
out,
out,
and we
and
are
we are
also
also
highlighting
highlighting
every
every
week
week
a
a
small
small
business.
business.
So if
So
you
if
have
you
a
have a
small
small
business, hit
business,
us
hit us
up
up
at
at
info
info
at
at WPBmedianetworks.com,
and we
and
will
we will
feature
feature
your
your
small
small
business
business
of the
of the
week.
week.
And
And
also,
also,
we
we
have
have
a
a
lot
lot
of
of our
our shows
shows
are
are
on
on
demand.
demand.
We
We
have the
have the
Live
Live
Wired
Wired
show
show
with
with
comedians
comedians
Larry
Larry
Lancaster,
Lancaster,
Ray
Ray
Diva,
Diva,
Henry
Henry
Jones,
Jones,
and
and
DJ
DJ
A
A
Rod
Rod
that
that
comes
comes
on
on
every
every
Wednesday
Wednesday
at
at
9
9
p.m.
p.m.
And they
And
are
they are
hilarious.
hilarious. Last
Larry
night,
and Ray
Larry and
got
Ray got
into
into
um,
um uh
messing with each other,
each
and
other, and
it was
it
freaking
was freaking
hilarious.
hilarious. Larry was talking about her
And
eyelashes,
she
and
was
she was
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
his
hair
hair
and
and
his
his
shirt
shirt
and
and
all
all
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
hilarious. So
hilarious.
yeah,
So yeah,
you want to check
you want
that
to
out
check
every
them out every
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And then on
And then on
Sunday,
Sunday,
make
make
sure
sure
you
you
check
check
out
out
Bishop
Bishop
Darnell
Darnell
Johnson
Johnson
with
with
Living Word
Living Word
Ministries
Ministries that
that
comes
comes
on
on
at
at
11
11 a.m.
a.m.
And then
And then
after
after
that,
that,
at
at
12:45, you
12:45,
have
you have
my
my
mom,
mom,
Pastor
Pastor
Mabel
Mabel
Hall
Hall
from Mount
from
Airy
Mount Airy
Pentecostal
Pentecostal
Church. She's
Church. She's
also
also
she
she also
also gives
gives
a
a
word,
word,
and they're
and they're
usually just
usually just
about an
about an
hour.
hour.
And
And
you
you
get your
get your
full
full
day.
day.
You
You
get
get
you
if
you
you
don't
don't
you
you
miss
miss
the
the
first
first
service, you
service, you
could
could
catch the
catch the
second
second
service.
service.
Eleven o'clock service, you
Don't
miss
miss
the
miss
11
the
o'clock
11 o'clock
service, then
service,
you
then
have the
you have the
12:45
12:45
service.
service.
So
So
you have
you have
no
no
excuse.
excuse.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
So
So
yeah, and
yeah, and
then
then
we
we
have
have
some other
some other
shows that
shows that
we're
we're
that's
that's
also going to
also going
be
to be
joining the
joining the
roster. So
roster.
we're
So we're
looking
looking
forward to
forward to
that.
that.
And
And
And don't forget to check out Sassy every Monday at
yes,
12. And this week, I'm talking about black women especially, but women in general
Okay.
getting in their own way and self-sabotaging their relationship.
And that's on
Verke Radio Mondays at 12.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So make sure you check that out.
Hmm.
And man,
This went
went
fast.
fast.
This was amazing.
It did. Yeah. So yeah, catch us next week, next Thursday at 7 p.m. We're always talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So
Always talking about everything.
and we try to read your comments live on air. So all right. So with that, now I'll read my final thought of the night. My final thought is maybe life isn't about avoiding the bruises. Maybe it's about collecting the scars to prove we showed up for it.
That's right.
I got enough of them to last. All right, y'all. This is Women's Talk Live with your girl, April J.
I'm Sassy Scribe.
And for Miss Pretty, we will see y'all next week.